I've earned 30 plus certifications, and I'm here to guide you to success on your exam. Welcome to the Ultimate 300 to 715 Exam Masterclass. Are you ready to crack the 300 to 715 exam in one go? You're in the right place. In this session, we'll arm you with powerful insights and hand-picked questions that can make all the difference in your exam performance. We've scanned the web using intelligent crawlers to gather the most critical and high-impact questions, all compiled into one powerful PDF resource. You can download it from the link in the description. Not only will we explore these must-practice questions, but we'll also share real exam experiences and pro tips to give you that competitive edge. Let's dive into the key questions that could shape your success. Question 1. Which personas can a Cisco IC node assume? A. Policy, service, gatekeeping, and monitoring. B. Administration, monitoring, and gatekeeping. C. Administration, policy, service, and monitoring. D. Administration, policy, service, gatekeeping. Correct answer, C. Administration, policy, service, and monitoring. Explanation. Cisco IC can assume administration, policy, service, and monitoring personas. Each persona handles different roles like management, policy decisions, and logging. Question 2. What occurs when a Cisco IC distributed deployment has two nodes and the secondary node is deregistered? A. The secondary node restarts. B. The primary node restarts. C. Both nodes restart. D. The primary node becomes standalone. Correct answer D. The primary node becomes standalone. Explanation. When the secondary node is deregistered, the primary node automatically reverts to standalone mode. This ensures system continuity and control. Question 3. Which supplicants and servers are capable of supporting EAP chaining? A. Cisco Secure Services Client and Cisco Access Control Server. B. Cisco AnyConnect NAM and Cisco Identity Service Engine. C. Cisco AnyConnect NAM and Cisco Access Control Server. D. Windows Native Supplicant and Cisco Identity Service Engine. Correct answer B. Cisco AnyConnect NAM and Cisco Identity Service Engine. Explanation. EAP chaining is supported by Cisco AnyConnect NAM with Cisco IC. It allows authentication of both machine and user credentials together. Question 4. What is a requirement for feed service to work? A. TCP port 8080 must be opened between Cisco IC and the feed server. B. Cisco IC has access to an internal server to download feed update. C. Cisco IC has a base license. D. Cisco IC has internet access to download feed update. Correct answer D. Cisco IC has internet access to download feed update. Explanation. Cisco IC feed service requires internet access to download threat intelligence updates. This ensures dynamic endpoint profiling. Question 5. What is a method for transporting security group tags throughout the network? A. By embedding the security group tag in the 802.1q header. B. By the security group tag exchange protocol. C. By enabling 802.1ae on every network device. D. By embedding the security group tag in the IP header. Correct answer B. By the security group tag exchange protocol. Explanation. SGTs are transported through the network using SXP, Security Group Tag Exchange Protocol. It allows tag sharing without redesigning the network. Question 6. An engineer is configuring a virtual Cisco IC deployment and needs each persona to be on a different node. Which persona should be configured with the largest amount of storage in this environment? A. Monitoring and troubleshooting. B. Policy services. C. Primary administration. D. Platform exchange grid. Correct answer A. Monitoring and troubleshooting. Explanation. The monitoring and troubleshooting persona needs the most storage. It stores logs and reports for auditing and analysis. Question 7. In a standalone Cisco IC deployment, which two personas are configured on a node? Choose two. A. Subscriber. B. Primary. C. Administration. D. Publisher. E. Policy service. Correct answer C and E. Administration. Policy service. Explanation. A standalone IC node runs both administration and policy service personas. This setup handles both management and access control. Question 8. A network engineer must enforce access control using special tags, without re-engineering the network design. Which feature should be configured to achieve this in a scalable manner? A. RBC. B. DCL. C. ST. D. VLAN. Correct answer C. ST. Explanation. Cisco's Security Group Tags, SGT, enable scalable access control without network redesign. Tags classify and control traffic dynamically. Question 9. In a Cisco IC split deployment model, which load is split between the nodes? A. Log collection. B. Device admission. C. AAA. D. Network admission. Correct answer C. AAA. Explanation. AAA, authentication, authorization, accounting, functions are split among nodes in a split deployment. This enhances performance and redundancy. Question 10. What is the deployment mode when two Cisco IC nodes are configured in an environment? A. Standalone. B. Distributed. C. Standard. D. Active. Correct answer B. Distributed. Explanation. When multiple nodes are deployed, Cisco IC operates in distributed mode. Each node handles specific roles like policy or monitoring. Question 11. What must be configured on the WLC to configure central web authentication using Cisco IC and a WLC? A. Use the IP access group WebAuthn command. B. Use the Radius server VSA send authentication command. C. Set the NAC state option to SNMP NAC. D. Set the NAC state option to Radius NAC. Correct answer D. Set the NAC state option to Radius NAC. Explanation. For central web authentication, WLC NAC state must be set to Radius NAC. This allows Cisco IC to control guest access. Question 12. What does a fully distributed Cisco IC deployment include? A. PAN and MNT on the same node while PSNs are on their own dedicated nodes. B. All Cisco IC personas are sharing the same node. C. All Cisco IC personas on their own dedicated nodes. D. PAN and PSN on the same node while MNTS are on their own dedicated nodes. Correct answer C. All Cisco IC personas on their own dedicated nodes. Explanation. A fully distributed deployment separates each IC persona on dedicated nodes. This improves scalability and performance. Question 13. An engineer is configuring 802.1x and wants it to be transparent from the user's point of view. Which deployment mode should be used to achieve this? A. Closed. B. High impact. C. Low impact. D. Open. Correct answer C. Low impact. Explanation. Low impact mode allows open access before authentication while securing critical traffic. It provides a smooth user experience. Question 14. An administrator is attempting to replace the built-in self-signed certificates on a Cisco IC appliance. What must be done in order to provide the CA this information? A. Install the root CA and intermediate CA. B. Generate the CSR. C. Download the CA's server certificate. D. Download the intermediate server certificate. Correct answer B. Generate the CSR. Explanation. To request a new certificate from a CA, a CSR, certificate signing request, must be generated. It includes device identification details. Question 15. An administrator is adding network devices for a new medical building into Cisco IC. Which configuration item must be changed to identify them as medical switch? A. Change the device profile to medical switch. B. Change the device type to medical switch. C. Change the device location to medical switch. D. Change the model name to medical switch. Correct answer B. Change the device type to medical switch. Explanation. Device type must be updated to medical switch for policy differentiation. Cisco IC uses this field for policy decisions. Question 16. A network administrator must configure Cisco IC personas in the company to share session information via syslog. Which Cisco IC personas must be added to syslog receivers to accomplish this goal? A. Admin. B. Policy services. C. Monitor. D. PX grid. Correct answer C. Monitor. Explanation. The monitoring persona is responsible for syslog and report data. Adding it to syslog receivers allows event sharing. Question 17. What is the maximum number of PSN nodes supported in a medium-sized deployment? A. 2. B. 3. C. 5. D. 8. Correct answer C. 5. Explanation. Cisco IC supports up to 5 policy service nodes in a medium-sized deployment. This provides redundancy and load balancing. Question 18. How is policy services node redundancy achieved in a deployment? A. By creating a node group. B. By deploying both primary and secondary node. C. By enabling VIP. D. By utilizing radius server list on the NAD. Correct answer A. By creating a node group. Explanation. PSN redundancy is provided through node groups. These synchronize session data between PSNs for high availability. Question 19. Which 2 fields are available when creating an endpoint on the context visibility page of Cisco IC? Choose 2. A. Security group tag. B. Endpoint family. C. Policy assignment. D. Identity group assignment. Correct answer C and D. Policy assignment. Identity group assignment. Explanation. Policy assignment and identity group assignment fields are visible during endpoint creation. They help categorize endpoints for policy enforcement. Question 20. In which 2 ways can users and endpoints be classified for Trust SEC? Choose 2. A. VLAN. B. Dynamic. C. QoS. D. SCACL. Correct answer A and B. VLAN. Dynamic. Explanation. Cisco Trust SEC classifies users dynamically or via VLAN. This helps apply consistent security policies across the network. Question 21. When configuring Active Directory groups, what does the Cisco IC use to resolve ambiguous group names? A. MIB. B. SID. C. MAB. D. TGT. Correct answer B. SID. Explanation. Cisco IC uses the Security Identifier, SID, to resolve duplicate or ambiguous group names in Active Directory. Question 22. Which permission is common to the Active Directory join and leave operations? A. Remove the Cisco IC machine account from the domain. B. Search Active Directory to see if a Cisco IC machine account already exists. C. Set attributes on the Cisco IC machine account. D. Create a Cisco IC machine account in the domain if it doesn't already exist. Correct answer B. Search Active Directory to see if a Cisco IC machine account already exists. Explanation. Both join and leave operations require searching Active Directory to verify the IC machine account. This ensures proper domain management. Question 23. Which interface level command is needed to turn on 802.1x authentication? A. .1x System Auth Control. B. .1x Pay Authenticator. C. AAA Server Radius Dynamic Author. D. Authentication Host Mode Single Host. Correct answer B. .1x Pay Authenticator. Explanation. The .1x Pay Authenticator command enables 802.1x authentication at the interface level. It activates port-based access control. Question 24. Which radius attribute is used to dynamically assign the inactivity active timer for MAB users from the Cisco IC node? A. Session timeout. B. Termination action. C. Radius server timeout. D. Idle timeout. Correct answer D. Idle timeout. Explanation. The idle timeout radius attribute defines inactivity timers for MAB sessions. It ensures session cleanup when idle. Question 25. What does the .1x System Auth Control command do? A. Globally enables 802.1x. B. Causes a network access switch map to track 802.1x sessions. C. Enables 802.1x on a network access device interface. D. Causes a network access switch to track 802.1x sessions. Correct answer A. Globally enables 802.1x. Explanation. The .1x System Auth Control command globally activates 802.1x authentication on the switch. It must be set before per interface configs. Question 26. What should be configured on the Cisco IC authentication policy for unknown MAC addresses/identities for successful authentication? A. Continue. B. Pass. C. Drop. D. Reject. Correct answer A. Continue. Explanation. Setting Continue allows the policy to proceed for unknown identities. It ensures flexible handling of new devices. Question 27. Which command displays all 802.1x/MAB sessions that are active on the switch ports of a Cisco Catalyst switch? A. Show authentication sessions interface GI1/0/X output. B. Show authentication sessions. C. Show authentication sessions output. D. Show authentication sessions interface GI1/0/X. Correct answer B. Show authentication sessions. Explanation. The Show Authentication Sessions command lists all active 802.1x and MAB sessions. It provides session and port status details. Question 28. What gives Cisco IC an option to scan endpoints for vulnerabilities? A. Authentication policy. B. Authorization profile. C. Authentication profile. D. Authorization policy. Correct answer B. Authorization profile. Explanation. Cisco IC can trigger posture assessment or scanning through an authorization profile. It defines actions after authentication. Question 29. Which two values are compared by the binary comparison function in authentication that is based on Active Directory? A. User presented certificate and a certificate stored in Active Directory. B. MSCHAPv2 provided machine credentials and credentials stored in Active Directory. C. User presented password hash and a hash stored in Active Directory. D. Subject alternative name and the common name. Correct answer A. User presented certificate and a certificate stored in Active Directory. Explanation. Binary comparison checks the user's presented certificate against the one stored in Active Directory. It ensures identity authenticity. Question 30. An engineer is using the low-impact mode for a phased deployment of Cisco IC and is trying to connect to the network prior to authentication. Which access will be denied in this deployment? A. DNS. B. DHCP. C. EAP. D. HTTP. Correct answer D. HTTP. Explanation. In low-impact mode, HTTP access is blocked until authentication succeeds. Basic services like DHCP and DNS remain allowed. Please revise full PDF 2 to 3 times for 100% success. Check the description for the PDF download link and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for upcoming episodes. Thank you.